Oh my gosh, I said all that stuff and nobody heard me. Oh my gosh, I have to turn it around. Thank you, honey. Yeah, you need to remind me, y'all. I was just talking and talking, and now you'll have to try to read my lips to figure out what I said. Anyway, let me say hello again to everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Sue, Brianna, Annalie, Catherine, Patty, Christina, Art by Pato, Loretta, Krabby Abby, Ellen, Kristen. Who did I miss? Oh my goodness, because I said everybody's name, but I was muted. Maybe you already know this, but I recently got a new microphone, but I have to push the button when it starts, and I always forget to push the button. So I'm just here talking away. Anyway, um, yes, it's me, Pablo Picasso, in lieu of KP, who couldn't be with you tonight. She's out trick or treating. Anyway, all right. Holly Kasubi is here. Puffer, Bobby. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming and sharing your Halloween with me. I know probably plenty of you have, Halloween happenings, but around here, this is it for me. So, I'm just in the studio getting makey, and I've been doing it all day long, trying to get ready for a little art foamy fun. Okay, I assume everybody can hear me now. Again, thanks for coming and spending your Halloween with me. We have so many fun things to share, and it's all treats and no tricks, okay? So I don't really know exactly where to start. Catherine, oh, thank you so much. Yes, I really debated on the mustache, but I felt like it really just was not complete without it. So, tonight, my friends, what we are going to do, we're going to have a little trick or treat party. We do have an after party. If you'd love to join us, you can come on over after the live, and we will be doing a little, just more hanging out. And a little more making. Okay. So I do have a lot of stuff to share and to show and talk about. Okay. So hopefully I won't forget anything. All right. Let's start at the beginning. First of all, I do want to mention that for anybody here for the live stream, now I know many of you are my patrons and you all get a permanent discount when you're in my Patreon, but we don't run specials very often on the regular website. But tonight, as a special treat, we are running a 15% discount for anybody who's on the live. If you want to use it, you can. For my Moonies, my patrons, you can use your regular discount. But the code for extra 15% off any order is treat. Okay, let me type that in so that everybody, and I just want you to know that you enter that when you check out at artfoamies.com, and you'll get 15% off. I shouldn't say extra. You'll get 15% off your order. And that is good through tomorrow night. And I thought that might be helpful if you want to grab any of the things that are going to be retiring. Remember that Megan Quinlan's Halloween stamps were a pop-up, and those are going out of the shop tonight at midnight. Also, Robin Marie Smith is still in the shop, but she's only there till November 3rd. And Dory Patrick, and Dory is there till the end of November. Okay? So go ahead and have a little treat on us. Okay? So that's first things first. Tonight, excuse me, you know that we are still giving away the October sticker. Okay, that's the October sticker. And the $5 art foamy is still in the house as well. Okay. The excuse me. The $5 art foamy is also the skull, or the skeleton. I don't happen to have it right here next to me, but it will no longer be $5 after tonight. Okay. So make sure you grab some of those things before they are gone. Okay. Next up, I'll go ahead and share. I'm going to set this to the side. and I'm going to share with you the November stamp and sticker, and that will be available tomorrow, starting tomorrow, and the sticker will be given with any order in November, okay? So to celebrate Day of the Dead and all of our fun, the ofrenda and all of our fun Milagro stuff, Patty McFarlane's new art foamies that are in her collection all go wonderfully well, and I'm super excited about this sticker. Let me show you the stamp too. I thought I had it here. So we're just doing businessy stuff first. Huh. I know, isn't it so cute? I'm so excited about this. You all know that I have designed some of these things all the way back since early Rubber Moon days, okay? I had the Milagros collection in Rubber Moon since 2013. So I have loved this kind of imagery. So bringing it to Art Foamies is super exciting. And I have to show you the sticker. The sticker is so cute because it is die cut so that when you take it off, okay, the little center does come out and you do have the little frame. Ah, isn't it so cute? And if you have that little skeleton from October, look how cute he fits in there. Anyway, and then also, I don't know how, I have it here on my palette, and I don't know how many of you have seen this little sticker with my little Ohm girl, but she fits so perfectly in there too. So it is just so fun to use with, you could put like a little picture, use like your little Canon mini print, right? So fun. And then your stamp is a little bit bigger, okay, a little bit larger, as you can see. This is a, excuse me. This is ATC size, and then it does have the little, the little inside as well, okay? Which, I mean, might seem kind of funny, but this will come in handy. This would make a great, if you look at the shape of this will make a great rays going around your sun. Oh, you can use it for all kinds of things. So anyway, that is your November stamp and sticker, okay? $5 stamp and your freebie sticker. With any order, this is not yet listed in the shop. It will be there tomorrow, okay? I just had to show it to you, though, because I don't want to wait till next Friday, right? Speaking of next Friday, I know it's early, but I hope that you'll come. We have a really fun new launch from Fodder School, a Fodder School artist. I won't go into it right now, but it's a very small collection, and as I like to say, small but mighty. So don't miss next week. We're super excited about it. Okay, next up, I just have a couple show and tells for you, because one of the things I wanted to do was just to show you some of the finished pieces. I know lots of times we work on things here for Art Foamy Fun, but then maybe you never get to see them again. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I've made. Maybe I shared them here during Art Foamy Fun, but lots of times we do these things in Daily Heart over in my Patreon, or I just, post them just for fun because I like to make stuff. Anyway, let me say hello to some of my friends that I missed. Maureen, welcome. Thanks for coming. Lydia and Jenny and Sharon, I hope I said hello to you. If I didn't, please forgive me, but happy Halloween. And I hope you're here for the treats. All right, so 2025, I made a small, as many of you know, I did make a couple coffin journals, and I made a large one with a coil binding, spiral binding, and I made a small little staple journal. Okay, I did over in Patreon, I gave away some templates so you could print them out and just make some of your own. I don't know if you can see those very well, in small and large sizes, but of course super easy. You don't need mine, but it's just kind of handy. And again, really a fun shape. I feel it's a fun shape for journaling, especially, of course, during the holidays or during these holidays. I don't know if I'd make it for Christmas, but anyway, I thought this was really a fun project and super simple. You can make it just a regular card if you want to make a little coffin card for Halloween, or make a bunch of them and then staple them together. That's all I did, okay? So this one is so done in 2025. And then here are a bunch of the art foamies from our October, or so sorry. Well, we started in September, but from our Halloween pop-up that we launched in September. Jill Davis, hello, welcome. So here you can see many of the stamps. This is the Poe set, the small Poe set. This is Scream. Life is But a Scream is great. That actually comes with the Halloween Far Away Girls, which is mine and Megan's collaboration. And we did some special ones for Halloween and also for winter, which I'm going to be sharing here because I know many of you didn't get a chance to see them. So I know this, I said this was like my bag of tricks or my bag of treats over here, because just want to share with you some things that maybe got missed or that we hadn't really shared. So here is Wendy Aspinall's Dead Flowers. Love, love, love those, along with her Addams Family. I can't remember their names. We gave them sort of faux names, and now I can't remember them, but they're so, so cute. And then this was just my little skull faces. So Bobby, the $5 stamp that is available through tonight is, I have it here somewhere. Show it to you. I do have it stamped. I don't see the actual stamp right here. Usually I try to keep it out, but you know what? Hold on one second. Let me just grab one real fast. It won't hurt. Probably wants until he wants her meds. Okay, sorry about that. I should have had this one. Of course, of course, the one thing I really need, and I don't have it here, but that's par for the course. This is the $5 Art Foamy, which does, again, match the little, now I covered it up, but it matches the skeleton sticker, only it is a little bigger, and it's called No Bones About It. No, it's okay, Bobby. Thank you so much. Anyway, back to the little coffin journal. Just some real fun, fast pages, and I just had such a great time making this, which is what I think it's all about. Again, this is our large skeleton, and this one is by Emmy Richardson, Emmy R in Art Foamies, and it's very tall, okay? And that's actually why I did, it's not the same exact one. I did draw this, so it is a little bit different, but I really needed, I love this, and of course just wanted a smaller size, right? Lulu, welcome. Thanks for coming. And then here is my scary kid, and then of course a Poe quote, and there you have it. And this is actually, wouldn't that be perfect right in there, right? So there you go. That is a small coffin journal. And then I have the large, which I'm going to wait to show you because I have some other things just to share first, okay? Again, just a couple sort of things that may have gotten missed, which is too bad, but I want to bring your attention to it. And this didn't get really missed. This is just something that Kevin Nakagawa from Stampscapes had really been wanting. And of course, you know, I think all of you know how much I love Kevin, how much I love Stampscapes. And so we had been working on a couple things. And then finally he just said, you know what? I want this, the tree in winter. I wanted about 7 1/4 inches. And then I want a small one about 3 1/2 or 4 inches. So that's what we did, but we never really had, you know, since it was only one stamp, well, two sizes, but one art foamy. We didn't really have, a lot to make a big launch with. So we just put it in the shop. It's going to be there year round. Of course, it is fantastic for Halloween art, Halloween journaling, Halloween cards. But, you know, you can add this to your collection any time of year and it's going to be great. Okay. Um, Hold on one sec. I just have to have a drink of water. Oh, yes, Bobby. Bobby says, did you tape it together with a piece of paper or did you just tape it with tape? I'm sorry, oh, so no, it's not taped. It's actually stapled. If you can see, oh, I don't know if you can really see it, but I I just made however many of these cards like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 cards. Okay. And then I stapled it right here. You can see that staple? And that's it. Super easy, right? Yes. So this tree is fantastic, okay? You're going to see it in quite a few of my pages tonight. And it does come in 7¼ inches. Excuse me. Still kind of getting over my little cold or whatever it was. I'm much better, but still a little, Now, this one is only 6½ inches. I don't know. I actually think we had to recut it. So this one is a little bit smaller. It is 7¼ inches. Okay. If you order this large one is 7¼ This is the small. And it is about 4½. Okay. 4½ wide by 3½ tall. Okay. So, and that is again under Stampscapes, and it will be there in his permanent collection. All right. Love it. All right, next up, and this is something I am super excited to finally be sharing with you. I'm going to pull these out. And again, excuse me. I just want to make it clear, okay, that in no way does not having its own launch for these diminish these images. For those of you who have followed me for a long time and know all about Rubber Moon and even back in the Effie Glitzfinger days, then you might know that I have known Mary Lynn Kelly for many, many, many moons. And I loved Mary Lynn Kelly's art, oh my gosh, all the way back to when my parents owned a rubber stamp company in the early 90s. Mary Lynn was doing original imagery for the original owner of Rubber Moon. So I loved her all the way back then, okay? Some of her original Rubber Moon stamps, I still have them from those days, okay? Her Fame and Fortune stamp is one of my all-time favorites of all time, okay? So, excuse me. Sorry again. Lisa, welcome. Lynn, hello. Thanks for coming. Happy Halloween. We're here talking about Mary Lynn Kelly and sharing her images. Now, I want to say that these images have been in the shop for a while. I love just asking Mary Lynn sort of randomly, hey, can we get some of your images? I really want to add to your collection. I just, there's something very special to me to continue to bring Mary Lynn's imagery to you all, to life, But sometimes I will tell you, Mary Lynn will say, well, I'll get to it when I get to it because, I'm just a little too tired right now or whatever. She just works at her own pace, and that is wonderful. So I was so fortunate to be able, she let me go on to her Instagram and just pick out some images. And I will tell you, these are some classics. So I hope you will definitely go over to Mary Lynn's, not right now, but later on, go to Mary Lynn's Instagram and just enjoy looking at all her imagery and reading her writing. And you will see where some of these came from. Okay. Now I did just stamp them out in black because I do have some in my journal. Excuse me. And actually, I want to pull this up so I can tell you their names correctly. Thank you. ArtFoamies just sent or shared the link with you all. I am going to pull up our website so that I can tell you the correct names. If I could find my website, it would be great. I hope it's not as hard for you all to find. Okay, so what you want to do is go to artfoamies.com and shop by artist and click on Mary Lynn Kelly. And not only will you see these wonderful images, but you'll see many of her others. Many are based on her old imagery, either from Rubber Moon or just things that she has, designed over the years. And that is also the fun of it. I will tell you, is being able to see some of those classics. Okay. So here we have Midge. Okay. And we did do Midge in 2 sizes because this Midge will fit with so many, like the old calendar girls. They will fit with, I think she also makes, I know it's so funny, but a great little jack-o'-lantern. Okay, and then the large Midge just for different types of whatever things that, projects and stuff that you're doing, because this is going to be a great image. You all know that I love stamps with a sense of humor, and Mary Lynn's check all the boxes. Okay, so one of the reasons why we did not share these earlier again was because we just did not have them up, and they really are for any time of the year. Now in my journal, I won't lie to you, I have them as trick-or-treaters. Okay, but they are good for anything. This chick, oh my gosh, this screaming donut, or what's called Say It Loud. But it is a screaming donut. I love it because there are so many things that you can put in here. Okay, so many words. I mean, I think it would be so hilarious to put a photo, but then all the word bubbles, the shouting bubbles. You can just have so much fun with her. Okay, so anyway, we got Midge, we got Say It Loud, we got Let's Roll, we have Peas on Earth, and we have Imsky. Okay, and Imsky also, and I did, I won't lie to you, some stuff I have ideas and I cannot get to all of them, but my idea is going to stick with me, and you'll see it eventually because I do want to make this into a little picture frame. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cute to cut this out and just add photos of your family members, of your pets? Just so fun. Okay, that's one of the things I love about it. Is that you can really use it to, again, make it your own. Okay. Yes. Peas on Earth, of course, is a total that was kind of, KP's, of course, but it was really, just one of those very selfish things that I did because I was like, I have to have that guy. But I figured you would all love it too. All right. So anyway, those are Mary Lynn Kelly's newest additions. And I don't see Mary Lynn here. I thought maybe she would be here. Wendy Aspinall is in the house. Happy Halloween. Yes, I don't see Mary Lynn. So if you do happen to go over, I hope you will go over. I hope you'll follow Mary Lynn Kelly. We did share the link to her Instagram in our newsletter today. Of course, make sure you're signed up for our newsletter. You can do that by going to artfoamies.com, go to the front page, okay, to home, and scroll all the way down. And at the very bottom, you will see newsletter, and it will say subscribe. Please enter your email there and join us, okay? And then when you're over there doing that, you can also go over, check out all of Mary Lynn's offerings, and then go to her Instagram and tell her how much you love her and how great her new art foamies are. Puffer, I do not see Mr. Grouchy Pants. No, I don't. Anyway, once again, let's roll. Say it loud. You got Midge and a small and a large. you got Impsky, and you got Peas on Earth. Okay, so that is the new Mary Lynn Kelly collection, and I did call them trick-or-treaters, and I'll kind of show you why. I am gonna go ahead. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, even though I know that was a good segue, but I'm still gonna wait. We're gonna put this aside, and I'm just gonna share with you a few of the things that I finished, or maybe not finished, but got some progress on. Okay, that I know that we started here. Okay, so first of all, I did finish this little treasure box. Do you remember doing this with Linda Finney's spotlight stamps? And I did finish, well, it's not, I won't say it's 100% finished, although it's close. Did put some little felt dots on the bottom. I ran a strip of those faux rhinestones down the sides, and I did outline everything with my gold pen. I am planning on resining at least the top, okay? So, and I will also paint or collage the inside. Rini, welcome. Happy Halloween. I hope your little granddaughter is looking so cute, and I hope she has a wonderful Halloween as well. Anyway, I want to just pull out a few things that I've been working on and show you that I actually do get a few things finished. I also started, I have not finished this, but I did start a journal with Dory Patrick's panty line, if you will. But anyway, I thought this would be so cute. It's time to put on our big girl panties, a journal of truths and self-reflection. And then I got a few things in there, but for those of you who join me on Patreon, we will be finishing this over there. Okay, super fun. Love that collection, and it is still going through November. Also, for those of you who are here for Robin Marie Smith's launch of her pop-up, I hope that you recall we did do a piece of canvas. I try to do one at least like once every month or every couple weeks. It's sort of like it's kind of cool because it does work as a great place for a catch-all, right? Kind of a blotter, but it's also, if I decorate it, kind of fun. It's a great place to take photos, and just have as a great backdrop. And then you can also use the canvas to create other things, little journals, just things to mount on top of, pockets, all kinds of stuff. So here, if you recall, I did this with Robin Marie's. I did this on the live for her launch during ArtFoamies Fun Friday. And then I went ahead and I lined the inside with the color one that I did. And I made a pocket so that I now have, I love making the folders. Next year, I'm starting in December. I'm going to make a big folder for every single month ahead of time. And that's what I'm going to keep all my stuff in each month. I've been trying to get more organized, and I already know that's one thing I want to do. So I hope you'll join me for that. And I do love, the size. I love the fact that this is sort of protected. It'll stay really, sturdy, and I can store lots of stuff in it. Okay. So another finished project. And then from last week, I was able to finish some of the cards that we made that we started. And I am just so happy with them. This is from Danita's new collection. I did use her stripes background and then her best friends set, or at least portions of it. And then if you notice, this is the banner that we came out with last year with the Calendar Girl stuff. So super fun, I think really effective. And I think these would be so cute bundled together, with envelopes, a little raffia or something, a little ribbon, and make such a cute gift. Okay, or cute little, just thoughtful thing to send to somebody, especially if they're, maybe they're recovering from something, or maybe you just are going to hint that you'd like a letter from them. Anyway, that is some things that I got finished this month, surprisingly and shockingly. And then I have been working on this coffin journal, and I was so hopeful that I would be all the way finished. But I won't lie to you, I'm not, but I am close. And I do have a little Minky to share with you, so I hope you'll hang around for that. And then when we're done, we will play the numbers game. And then when we're done with that, we'll wrap it up and we will have an after party. Okay? So here we go. 2025, my large coffin journal. And I will say, I do like this size. It is a little bit more, um, challenging to fill, but I also like it. And like this was super quick because it's just like little cards and you can do them really fast. Plus, if you notice, I did this all in black and white and gray pretty much, so that made it really simple too, right? This a little more extensive and a little more time and effort to fill the pages, but as you can see, and I think, let's see, yeah, about 11 inches tall by about 7.5 wide. Okay, so yeah, 2025, my coffin journal. So first page, we do have the entire set of Wendy Aspinall's Addams Family. And actually, though, that's not what we called it. I'm pretty sure I have to go back in here and just look again. Sorry about that. Let's see, shot by artist. Let's look up. Oh, where are you, Wendy? Oh, there you are. Damn, the whole damn family. Anyway, that's it. And you can see, I hope that you can see, I did use little pan pastels back there. And I did use my spider web. And that was really fun. Kind of just gives a little bit of, interest in the background and really brings that family forward. So, yay. Thank you, Christina. Thank you so much. Next is, we do have Megan Quinlan's, what, you know what? Sadly, I don't know the names of so many of these, but I'm going to tell you. It's her Skelly, okay? Skelly, the wings behind are from her Autumn Moth, which is one of my all-time favorite stamps of hers. I absolutely love it. And then I do also have, actually, kind of a lot of ArtFoamies here. I have one of my moths from my Mod Moth collection. And then in this body, because the Skelly only is that tall, so I mounted it there. And then I did use one of my tombstones. It's a KP tombstone. And then I used one of the past freebie stamps, the Claudia. So it worked really well and kind of a fun take on it, right? Honestly, you're so nice. Anyway, and then I'm so proud. I did do pretty much any of the pages that are done. I did the backs as well, which these also make great just backgrounds if I wanted to go ahead and do double pages, right? So I have something ready to go if I'm wanting to do that. All right, next. Ooh, and I'm so tickled with these, okay? They just turned out better than I could have ever even imagined. And this is Megan Quinlan's and my Faraway Girl Halloween set, okay? So this is Megan's witch, and the hat is her little extra, and then my sort of, what is she? Bride of Frankensteinish kind of vampire. I don't know. Both are from Transylvania. What can I say? And then best witches is one of the words that comes with them. So I have to tell you, I have been having so much fun with these girls. I also did a couple Dexies. And for those of you who don't know what a Dexie is, okay, it's an artsy Dexie, a Rolla Dexie, that's what we call them. And I did do a couple pages with them. Where did I put them? Don't tell me I didn't put them in here yet. Okay, are they missing? I thought I put them in here. I guess I'll have to find them and share them with you later. Sorry about that. I don't know where they went off to. Anyway, well, that's a bummer. I apologize for that. I really feel like I'm crazy because I really feel like they were in here. Okay, hold on. well, they're in none of the usual spots. So I'll have to share those with you later. Okay, back to our regular programming. Anyway, all right. So again, Far Away Girls Halloween edition, and then oh my gosh, these are all in the shop. Okay, they are not from any pop up. This skull is from Sandra Evertson. And then the rest actually are from my collection. I have the spider web. I have the Poe quote, and then the scribble roses. Now, scribble roses aren't in Halloween, but I just thought that imagery went so well. And I wanted to do the companion piece kind of to match. And this is going to be my little demo for you, because I did share how I made this whole page yesterday in our daily heart. But I want to add something to that, because when I did this page, I said, oh my gosh, it needs a red rose here. So I'm going to show you how I did that. And then, well, I'm going to show you the rest of the journal first, and then we'll do a little makey. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, these images are all just older, been around. Scribble Rose is just part of a set. But I think it works really well with that imagery. All right. Anyway, next up is all of Megan's, and I love this again. One of my very favorite stamps of all time, and definitely of Megan's. I think this is so, oh my gosh, when she sent it, I was just like, I'm dying. I wish I drew that. But it's okay that Megan did too, because I love Megan. So, and in fact, I loved it so much, I was like, I want to get a tattoo of it. But sadly, it's a moth, and I've just been doing butterflies, but I still might one day. Anyway, Megan's, and let me see what they're called. And remember again, okay, that these are going out of the shop tonight at midnight. So if any of Megan's are ones that you want to get your hands on, if you don't, you're going to have to wait probably like a year. She might come back out with them. I can't guarantee that. But she usually does not come back out with stuff for at least a minimum of a year. Okay. So anyway, we have her owl costume. And then we have her pair of pumpkins in the small and the large. And then that is her autumn moth. Okay. So again, this page is all with Megan's. And then the top, I had fun. And actually, the top took me longer because I really just did not like it that much, but I kept just layering over the top, and it's okay now. Again, if I wanted to, put some imagery over the top, it would be great as a background as well. Next up, oh my gosh, here we go, the trick-or-treaters. I have to tell you, I'm so happy with this page, okay? I dreamt it up in my brain. I drew that door and the little little handles and everything. I was like, it really is effective, and it actually does work. As you can see, Kevin's scary, keep calling it a scary tree, but it's actually called Tree in Winter. Okay. And then here I saved this because I wanted to show you, wanted you to see the way the image really is, but I did draw or write, okay, trick or treat in her mouth. And now I want to go ahead and write it. So cute. Huh. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Yeah, so fun. Anyway, these guys just make me smile, and I think that it would be such a cute card. But you know, again, she is going to be so amazing to have so many fun things in that big old screaming mouth. Anyway, and then over here I did use her Imski on the other page, so that of course, and it's fun because I did do it upside down, so the trick or treats are going the the same way, but Imski is upside down. So, but either way, I think it makes a fine background, and I might go ahead and double up on all my pages. Sadly, not for tonight. Oh, thank you, Stephanie, so much. Okay, here are my blank pages. I want to really finish them, but I'm getting there. And then here I did use, again, one of my small tombstones. I think the tombstones are a set of 3. Okay, so use the smallest one. I did a paint over because it says something on there, and then I just wrote that inside. I used part of my old I don't really know what it's called, cemetery background. And then again, you can see Kevin Nakagawa's Stampscapes, Tree in Winter, stamped a few times in the background. And then my large Unafraid butterfly. That could be a little bat. Not sure which one. Yes, Maureen. I know Imski is going to be so popular. So popular. I already know. I know. Oh, Wendy, I know. Well, so Wendy says, for someone who says they don't do Halloween, you have made some very cute pages. I really appreciate that. I want you to know I've never been a really big Halloween person, but something happened like 2 years ago when I did that other Halloween, when we had a Halloween pop up. And then I did that Halloween journal. I loved it so much and I had so much fun. But then we didn't do it again. That's why I had to do it this year, because I was like, oh my gosh, I want to bring that back. Okay. And then for those of you who are interested in how I got that background, this is just a lot of layers of Payne's Gray watercolor, okay, in the background. And it makes that really, and a lot of layers. I really wet the paper and I put down very thick Payne's Gray, and then I kind of mushed it around and I let the water really flow. And that is how I got that very kind of misty, like foggy, atmospheric background. Yeah, Halloween has never been my jam, but I want to just tell you it's just been so fun, and I love Wendy's images so much, and Megan's, of course, and just some of the old ones that we've had, and then it was so inspiring to me. If I do say so myself, I really love a lot of my own Halloween imagery, and so it just came about. Anyway, and then now I do have a couple blank backs that I have not finished. But this one so simple too. The butterfly is called Unafraid, and it is come in a small and a large. Okay, here's the again. Here's the small. Okay, and then again, here is the large. Small is 2 by about 2 1/4, and large is about almost 4 by 4 1/2. Okay. Anyway, this page, so easy. Just a little black gesso. Let it dry very well. Stamped the large Emmy skeleton in white gesso. I used one of our freebie star stamp. I think it was a freebie star. Well, anyway, one of the I might be wrong. One of the stars I think was a freebie, but I'm not sure. A star stamp, and then just some white paint pen and the word dead. And then the back. This is so fun too. You all love how easy this is. Just paint a little watercolor. I painted some gray or some, you could use like gouache, black or gray gouache, watercolor, let it dry, over stamp, some black gesso. I used Danita's stripe again. And then once that's dry, you can rub it and then pull up some more of the watercolor. And look, I mean, it looks like the side of an old house. You could make it look like a close-up of a haunted house. I don't know, but I do again think it's a great just background page, or you know, if you're not going to finish off the backs, it's fine for your backs of your pages to just be very simple but yet finished. You know what I mean? And that, my friends, well, besides the back, and this is the back, and this is a fun technique. I am also going to share this with you. Did also share this in my Patreon, but I'm going to give you a little peek of it. Also, I'm not finished with this yet, but I did glue it on to my back page. This is just a piece of cardboard, painted the back with gesso, put a couple stickers, and called it finito. I will finish those last couple pages and then share the share the whole thing with you, do a little flip through again or post the pages somewhere. But I want to thank you so much for letting me share that and show that to you. And we are going to finish a couple things. I'm going to do this page. First of all, I am going to just get a sheet to protect my underneath. Okay, I have this painted with a purple acrylic, and now I'm gonna take my Titan Green Pale, acrylic. Okay, I'm going to find my stamp here that I want to use, and that is also another great stamp, is a 100 proof press Row of Skulls. Okay, I think that, I don't know for sure what it's called, but that's what it is, a row of skulls, and it is a great stamp. Okay, so again, this is kind of dirty, but it's not going to matter. I am going to take brush that's not all crusty. Thank you, Maureen. I know I really am so sad every page wasn't finished, but I did try my bestest, and I will finish it and share it with all of you again. Okay, so all right, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this all over. And again, this is Titan Green Pale. It is a little, I got a little bit watered down. Okay, and it will work. Really, you do want to have a darker color probably under, well, I shouldn't say that. You want to have contrast. Maybe you'll have a dark color on the underneath and a light color on the top, or vice versa, okay? But you want something with a big contrast. You do not want, the color or the hues or especially the values to be that close together. And I want it kind of trying to get a little better of a coverage, but I do want it kind of wet, okay? Or at least not wet, but not super viscous. And definitely I want it to stay, stay to where it will move. Now I'm going to just get my stamp. I'm going to spritz it with a little alcohol, and we're going to just remove some of that. Okay, and you're gonna see the underneath color come through. You want to work kind of quickly though, because you won't get very much of it off if it starts drying. Okay, but if that does happen, if it starts to dry, you can always I should be moving this around a little bit more. You can always reapply some more paint, okay? And it will give you like different variations as it starts to set up. All right, so there you have it. And you know, probably could have got a little more color off, but it's okay. I kind of like how it looks a little batik-ish. I don't know. And then let's blow dry that for a quick minute. Well, not even a minute, just a second. And of course, you know, one of the things is that if it is still wet, you could rub some of the, you know, some of the, well, it's not still wet now because I just blow dry it, but you could rub some of it away if you wanted to, make it, you know, a little, make some of the purple stand out a little bit more. All right. But anyway, that is how I also did the back. Oops. And I did end up getting some bleed through. So let's go ahead and clean that up. And you know, you can just also paint over with a little more black gesso. Just want to make sure that's good and dry. Ah, well, it's okay. Nothing like a little grunge on your coffin, right? Okay. Here, and you can see how I would finish it out if I want to go in and paint a little black gesso in the eyes, darken it, a little white over the top. If I, like I said, if I want to spend that much time doing that. But I do like that my inside front cover, okay, and my back cover now are, you know, matchy. Okay, next we're going to take this page again, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to add to this. And I did, again, I shared the whole process, okay, making this whole page in my Patreon. But one thing I'm going to tell you, what I did start with was a base of black gouache, okay? And the reason why, and it's gouache, okay, not to be confused with gesso. This is black professional gouache, not acrylic gouache, regular gouache. And gouache is basically opaque watercolor. So I put a layer of my black gouache, okay, but remember that it is like watercolor, so you know it will reactivate. So all I have to do if I want to make an area a little bit lighter is take my baby wipe, and this is done like a few days ago, but I can pull up that color, okay? So then, and I'm going to just a little bit, I'm going to dry it again. And now I'm going to take my black gesso, and the reason I'm using the black gesso is because it'll be more permanent, it will also be more opaque, and it'll be a little darker, okay? So, and did I bring a stamp buddy? No, I did not. Okay, I'm just going to use a crusty stamp buddy. Oh, might have got a little too loaded up there, but that's okay. You'll get the idea. And then I just want to stamp those roses there. And there we have. And oh, it went over his mouth a little bit, which I mean, I don't know if I care about that, but this is good and dry. So if I don't want that there, I can wipe it away. Okay. Smudged a little, which I'm surprised because this is, oh, you know why? So what, it wiped away some of the black gouache. So what I'll do, I'm gonna try it again. Okay, and then go in again with a little bit of my black gouache. And just remember, the gouache is not, is water soluble and will still move even months later, right? The gesso or acrylic will not. So if you're ever confused about it, just remember one is going to be more like a watercolor, one more like an acrylic. All right, so here, Again, just taking just a brush. A little of the black gouache again, just to fill that back in. With the dark, with that darker, deeper hue value. And then I am going to just use, you could use a little acrylic. Again, a little more gouache. Just got a little opaque red here. So again, this was kind of an afterthought because after I did the other page, this page, I was like, oh, I need a little of that red rose on here as well. So, I said, oh, I can just wipe away a little of my gesso. A little of my gouache and add it right to it. I don't like that green. That's a little too bright. But that's okay. And maybe I'll go ahead and paint that one in as well. I like the other ones in just black, but like a little smushy. And I like how it doesn't, it's not, once it dries, it's going to be muted out a little bit more. Not quite so, so vivid red. So that's great. And there you have it. Sort of a way you could just sort of, throw something in there is if you make your base layer with some watercolor or gouache, and then you can more easily sort of manipulate that. Okay? Catherine, I know. Well, it's just fun to play with this kind of stuff. I have to be honest. I mean, I never really like going around trick or treating in the cold, like always having to, and look, I love my kids. I miss them when they're little, but one of the least favorite things for me was having to figure out like what they were going to be, go through, it's just like, I didn't have to figure out, but they would figure out what they want to be and then have to get the costume and then, and it's just so much work, right? And then Halloween's always rainy and freezing and, candy's not even that good for you. So it's just always a bummer. Anyway, now that I don't have kids, I get at home. I still have kids, of course, but not little kids. Now I get to just play with fun imagery, right? Anyway, that's it, my friends. Our 2025 coffin journal. And I do hope that I can at least finish it by this weekend, right? Because otherwise it's going to go all the way into 2026 and we don't want that. All right, one more time. And this looks a little contrived now. I don't really like how it just looks stuck on there. So I'm going to just mush some of that away. Anyway, okay. Good enough. Oh, Catherine, you're so sweet. Yeah, I wasn't that kind of mom, I guess. I mean, I thought they were so cute and adorable. But I didn't want to go around outside trick-or-treating that much. I like this better. Oh, we're just going to pretend these are the invisible pages, okay? I did it with my invisible ink. And if you could see, it is the Invisible Man. Anyway, done crying forever. and dead. All right. And last but not least, finito. Okay, my friends, that's a lot. I hope I didn't miss anything. I probably did. We are going to play the numbers game if you want to hang around for just a few more minutes. We'll do it until 5:05, and then we'll take a 5-minute break and head over to the after party. Maybe we can even finish a journal page in the after party. All right, we are having a numbers game. The numbers game is for a $31 gift certificate. So we're going to start right now. The person closest without going over will win. It's the first person to say the number correctly. Annalie gets it started at 31. Ginger 3, Renee 13, Bobby 32, My Bibliophiles 10, Patty McFarlane 15, Krabby Abby 22, Evelyn 99, Acme 22, Becky Becky File 53, Lydia Leonard 52, Sharon 74, Sue 70, Lynn 9, Patty's Vintage Shop 11, Susan Handsome 77, Orange Spiral 74, Kristen 72, Linda 3, Janice 26, Catherine 60, Karina 5, Gail 87, Kathy Bernard 3, D Ray 45, Carmen 10, Maureen 17, Loretta 56, Christina 13, Stephanie Martin 17, Barbara Thiessen 76, Kristen Hoffman 57, Ellen Bush 31, Puffer 39, Sherry H 36, Mrs. Gale 37, Holly Kasubi 72, Lulu 28. If I did not call your name and number, please type it again. Layer Cake 33. Darlene 67. Any more numbers? We have about 30 more seconds. If there's anybody else here who would like to call out a number. All right. Darlene was the last one. If you did not hear me call your name and number, please type it again. Okay. No more numbers. Or, well, I should say going once, going twice, going 3 times. Now, no more numbers. Darlene was the last at 67. We do have a winner, but not an on the nose winner. Let me just go back through and double check just to make sure. I want you all to know I did dress my kids in costumes and they did go trick-or-treating. I just didn't love it. That's all. I loved them and I loved how cute they were. Well, they're still pretty cute, but they're big now. Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to clean up before I stuck my arm in the paint. Let me see if there's any new comments. Okay. So we do have a winner, and the winner is so exciting. Catherine Guerrero called number 60, and she was the closest without going over. Catherine, I will send you your gift card through email. And congratulations. Happy Halloween. Don't forget, anybody who is here that is not a patron, we are offering a special discount, only good through tomorrow at midnight, okay? And it is treat. If you type in treat all in uppercase, you will get 15% off any order at artfoamies.com. Congratulations to Catherine Guerrero. And I thank you all so much, as I always do, for coming, for hanging out with me on Halloween, no less. I hope you're all dressed up. I hope I'm not the only one dressed up when you come to the after party. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. I want to say special thanks to Mary Lynn Kelly, as always, for her wonderful imagery and for being such a great friend and inspiration to me. I love all of you so much. I thank you for coming every week and spending time with me for our Foamy Fun Friday. You know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey. I love you to the moon and back, and have a very happy, safe Halloween. Bye, everyone. Gotta go take off my mustache.